Hey, it's our privilege all season long to take you into 18 Tower, where the Masters champion and lead golf analyst on CBS, Trevor Immelman, joins us with his thoughts. And Trevor, it's always great to be back with you, and what a sight to see in round one of golf on CBS. It was Jim's first words in and a few of yours on the way out. We're watching a player at his peak right now. How at 45 is that the case with Justin Rose?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, great to speak with you again, Joe. But this has been just incredible stuff from Justin Rose. Opening up with that 62 and just keeping his foot on the gas all the way through. He just looks so unflappable right now. He looks so calm. He looks so confident in what he's doing. And with this big lead that he's built up, I just really hate to jinx him at all, but I just really don't see him coughing this up at all tomorrow.
A half dozen clear of next closest. Justin Rose, I guess you could say, in full bloom right now, but we will wait for the official crowning moment here for win number 13 on the PGA Tour. I am sitting with the chairman of the OWGR as well, and we're talking about the 10th ranked player in the world. He made his way into that top 10, Trevor, some 18 years ago. The sustainability of the talent that Justin Rose has put forth over these 2 decades, how do you make sense of it all?
Yeah, look, it's something that I've always really respected over the years. You think about players that have had great longevity, like Ernie Els, Vijay Singh, Adam Scott is another. It's just such an amazing attribute from these guys to still stay dedicated, be able to stay healthy, still have the juice and the urge to want to get out there and practice and keep improving. And it's a thing we've seen from Justin over the last few years. I mean, he really still has a very bright fire that is burning. He said earlier this week he wants more great memories and big victories. So he wants the big stage. He wants the opportunity that he's going to have tomorrow. And he wants to get a few more wins. I mean, he feels like really when he takes the 30,000-foot view of his career, he's done well. But he thinks he should have done more. And I think that's why he has remained so dedicated, still works so hard on his recovery, his practice. He's got a big team around him that he constantly stays on, and they're always working hard together. I mean, it is extremely impressive to watch. And, you know, inspiring, quite honestly. I mean, I'm 6 months older than the guy. I'm sitting up here in the booth. He's still out winning huge tournaments.
Well, we know, like you, captaincy awaits for Justin Rose at some point as well, but they will have to wait because the level of play right now is still amongst the elites. I do need to pick your brain here on Brooks Koepka, who you just sat beside for a few moments. It's great to have Brooks back on tour, and I think most interesting, outside of just the performance, is the person and who he has been throughout this week, both on course and in front of a microphone. How have you observed it all?
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, he seemed more emotional to me than what I ever remember through his career. It appears that he has unbelievable gratitude and appreciation for this opportunity to be back on the PGA Tour. He's had a brilliant reception from fans and players. And all in all, I mean, I'd say it's a pretty solid performance. I mean, Tita Greeny really actually has played quite well. The putter has been absolutely horrendous. He knows that. He just told us that. He's going to have to find a solution for that moving forward. But all in all, I mean, I give this a pretty solid starting week for him. And I look for him to build on that next week at WM, which is a place we know he loves, and he's won at a couple times.
One down and a whole summer to go. Trevor Immelman, we're looking forward to it all, my friend.
Absolutely. Good to see you again, Bruce.
And don't forget, it's all coming to a head Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus, where Justin Rose will look to finish the deed, a 6-shot lead for Rosie heading to the final day of the Farmers. And for more, we take you back out to Torrey Pine South, where CBS Sports golf analyst Doug Bell is waiting for us after a nice long walk. So, Doug, of that, we appreciate you. I want to go right into the mind of Justin Rose, because we know these guys hard-pressed to let us in or address the big ideas until the deed is done. So what did Justin Rose have to say about this 18 holes of golf?
Well, he had those back-to-back bogeys on his second 9, and he said normally that would kind of rattle him a little bit at the age of 45, but he said he knew he was swinging so well and putting so superbly. He knew he would get out of that little funk. And he also said, listen, the South course on that second 9 is very, very difficult. And so he's very happy. As you might imagine, he didn't play as sharply today as he certainly did the first 2 days, but he said he's still playing at a very high level. And he also emphasized, which is really funny, Joe, last week at the Amex, which is considered the easiest tournament of the year, the three courses, and he misses the cut. And then he comes here where the South is considered the toughest of certainly top 5 on the PGA Tour as far as difficulty. And he said, here I am. So just laughing. He said, I've been in this game a long time. And you know, when you capture lightning in a bottle, you enjoy it. And he also emphasized, Joe, he knows that he has 18 holes to go. He hasn't been crowned champion yet.
There is still golf out in front of Justin Rose. We do feel like we are headed that direction. And to your point, Doug, this is a guy who a week ago misses the cut. The 62 waiting for him at Torrey Pines, north or south, 62 at Torrey. You're going to take that any day of the week. That began his lead. He has only gone on to extend it. Separating like this, Doug, is rare. Separating like this at 45 years old is quite literally unheard of. Is there something in the makeup of Justin Rose mentally that has led him to not look at a leaderboard, just look at the ball, stay in process? What if Justin Rose has produced this?
No doubt, Joe. Mentally, this is a guy who has a lot of scar tissue. Remember when he first started his career as a young player, he missed 19 cuts in a row on the DP World Tour. 19 cuts. And he said that actually was a good thing as he got his career going. And now he's had disappointments, including last year at the Masters, losing to Rory in the playoff. And he said, you just build up scar tissue. You build up scar tissue, and you know you don't look at scoreboards. You don't worry about anything but yourself. And that's a good lesson for young players. We'll see what happens. He also said, listen, it's hard to go wire to wire on the PGA Tour, especially this day and age. And when you think about it here at the Farmers Insurance Open here in San Diego, Johnny Miller, 1982, Joe, the last time somebody went wire to wire. So Justin Rose tried to do something pretty special tomorrow. Again, pretty amazing what he's done. He's won here before and obviously likes it, but he's an experienced guy, Joe, and listen, he works out very, very hard. He's a physical fitness fanatic, and I think that is keeping him, he's averaging close to 310 yards off the tee. That's right up there with the young guys, Joe. So pretty impressive what he's doing this week.
Yeah, speed at his age, at 45 years old. Rose is trying to become the oldest wire-to-wire winner on the PGA Tour in 16 years. It feels like that is the direction we are headed. Sunday on CBS, but as we said, still golf to be played. And with that, Doug, we examined some of what has been the through line to this greatness for 20 years. You've been out there and had a front row seat to most of it here for Justin Rose. Where have you seen the evolution year over year that has produced the best golf at this age?
Well, Justin Rose, you know, I think the world of the guy, I really do. And I was with him at the United States Open when he won at Marion, and also when he won the gold medal in the Olympics, when a lot of the big names weren't going to play because of what was going on in the world. And all that stuff, but he holds the gold medal in very high esteem. And here's a guy at 45, Joe, he wants more. And that's what I really love about the guy. Most guys in their 40s are worried about, where am I going? Am I going to play on the Champions Tour? This guy wants to win major championships, and I love it. And his enthusiasm is infectious. And I think a lot of young players look up to a guy like Justin Rose, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's got a big lead. And he's playing the South, but I think an even par round for him tomorrow is all he has to do to secure another win and get off to a really fast start here in 2026.
And if he keeps playing from the Mo line every single time, he's going to have a good chance at doing that. Man, splitting some fairways and the proximity, he was waiting to putt for most of his day with that other playing partners he had throughout the day here. He is 6 clear. We do have to turn our attention elsewhere because much has been made this week about the return of Brooks Koepka, and Brooks has made a big deal about his reception, how warm it's felt, the fans accepting him back on tour, his playing partners as well. What have you observed in that reception of Brooks as we look to reignite one of those fan favorites?
Joe, this was really special. And Brooks Koepka, I've known him for a long time, and he's a guy who came out this week and was very humble. He showed a lot of humility and a lot of excitement and a lot of nervous energy for his return to the PGA Tour. And he now knows, and I think he knew coming in, but he now knows, I got a lot of work to do. I'm now back on the big boys tour. With all due respect to that other tour, he knows now I got to work hard just to make the cut. And at my age, we're talking about Justin Rose. Brooks Koepka's been around now for a while, but he knows he needs to get back to the grind, to get back out here and get anywhere close to where he was before he left for the other tour. So he's excited to be back. The galleries were huge with Brooks Koepka. Even today, he had an early tee time. They were out there, but today was a perfect example. Iron play was pretty good, Joe. We expect that for Brooks Koepka. Last in the field today, strokes gained putting. Gave up almost 5 shots to the field. I talked to his caddy, Ricky Elliott, just a moment before I came on, and Ricky said, we have a lot of work to do on the greens. And as you know, you got to make putts, so we'll see what happens. Brooks will play tomorrow, and then he'll play at the Waste Management Phoenix Open next week, a place where he's had some success, so we'll see what happens. I just find it interesting, Joe. He started his comeback here. This is a tough track, the South Course, to start your comeback, but so far, so good. Good to have him back. It really is. And talk about a guy who's smiling, Joe. He never was smiling before. Now he is smiling even after a 73 because he's so excited to be back out here.
Yeah, seems refocused, re-energized, and we are glad to have him back. He's got that old gamer in the bag. I know you saw it, Doug. Maybe the Torrillium has gone bad. We'll blame the insert. A little bit more time on the putting greens, and Brooks will be right back there in the mix. We appreciate you, as always, making the time here on HQ, pal.
Great to see you, Joe.
All right, 18 more holes between Justin Rose and what feels like almost inevitable. A number sporting that reality, 6 clear of Joel Damon, who will accompany him in that final grouping Sunday at Torrey Pines. The South Course, the stage, your star, Justin Rose.